Marta Andreasen, Freedom and Democracy.
Mr President, Mr Barroso, last week a member of the European Court of Auditors who has recently retired after 15 years of service made serious allegations on the media. The allegations, which come as no surprise to me, pointed essentially to the lack of independence of the EU auditors, which affects the level of transparency in the reporting of irregularities. The clarification letter published yesterday by Mr Nguirda does nothing more than confirm the Commission's power on the auditors and puts into question the basis on which this Parliament has been granting discharge for the last 15 years. It is now time for this Parliament to demand that the EU budget and accounts are audited by a truly independent body external to the EU institutions. Without this independent audit, Council and Parliament are in no position to continue discharging the European Commission of its financial responsibility. Will you, Mr Barroso, allow an external auditor to review the accounts and tell us the truth about how European taxpayers' money is being spent? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.
I need to recall that the European Court of Auditors is a fully independent body. The Commission has absolutely no influence over its methods or audit priorities, nor would we seek to have that kind of influence. It is in the Commission's own interest and in the European own interest to respect the independence of its external auditor. I never made negative comments about decisions of courts, be it the constitutional courts, European Court of Justice, Court of Auditors. And that is a basic principle of the democracies, respect of the rule of law and respect of independent institutions. So a regular dialogue exists, of course, between the Commission as auditee and the Court as auditor. As part of the audit process, this is normal and necessary to ensure the audit process works well and that all findings in the audit process are on a solid basis. Such a dialogue is fully in accordance with audit international standards, and I should probably also recall that in previous years the Commission was subject to extremely critical reports from the Court of Auditors. So I think we should respect our institutions, namely the independent institutions.
Mr President, Mr Barroso, I disagree with your response. In response to the criticism made by the European Court of Auditors in the last 10 years, the Commission has turned to the auditors, and this is recorded by the media, asking them to change their methodology of work so that their report on EU expenditure would show a better figure. In my 30 years of professional experience in the area of accounting and audit, I have never seen the auditee instruct the auditor on how to do its own work. How can now we know if a reduction in the error rate is due to the change in methodology requested by the Commission or to the improvement in the controls? Thank you.
The Commission, like the European Parliament, has the right to express its opinions on the audit process. You are now expressing an opinion of it and you are fully entitled to it. The Commission is also a political body. We have been elected by this Parliament, so we have the right to express our opinion. This is in a way the pressure. In that case, I should consider your comment also an intolerable pressure. This is, in fact, an exercise of transparency. So once and for all, we respect fully the Court of Auditors, we do not make pressure on the Audit of Auditors, and we try to do our best to implement the recommendations of the independent audit institution that is the Court of Auditors.
Thank you, Mr. President.